Hi, I'm Coy Jandreau here with Red Carpet Report, and I'm on the set of Runaways Season 2 with the entire enormous ensemble cast and the producers to talk about everything that's to come on December 21st, and oh, I'm excited. How are we doing?
Yes, exactly. I'm doing great.
It's great to meet you, man.
Thank you.
I have been a fan of yours since the Daredevil Yellow Spider-Man days, the back in the day comic world, so to see the growth from comics to TV into what TV is now, what's it like to have been at the forefront and seen it from the inside?
I still sort of wake up every day and go, aren't I supposed to be writing comics? Look, this was an extraordinary situation. I'd been, I'd obviously written movies and then I started writing comics and then I started working on television shows. And when Disney bought Marvel, Marvel called and said, how would you like to set up the television division? And I think I got asked because I think I was the only person they knew that worked in television.
The Venn diagram, you were the crossover.
Exactly. Look, we have an extraordinary team of people, starting with Dan Buckley and Kareem Drake, and I could go on for a long time. But at the end of the day, it's just a lot of fun. As someone who has written and produced a lot of television, to be able to then have these toys in the toy box and being given the kind of creative freedom to be able to go and find Josh Schwartz and Stephanie Savage. The story on Runaways is that we internally at Marvel Television would always refer to it as the OC in the Marvel Universe.
Right.
And we were just waiting for the right writer or writers to come in and go, this is our passion project. Because that's what we hire. We hire passion. Josh and Stephanie came in for just a general meeting. It wasn't even they didn't come in with any specific anything. And we said, is there anything that you'd really like to do? And then Josh pulled out of his bag, the tome of Runaways.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And we were like, it was one of those aha moments where you just sort of go, okay, we were hoping you say that and you said that, so is there a way that we can just do this?
Skip to end of meeting. You don't have to do the pitch.
Yes, exactly. And then we just had such a great relationship with Hulu. I mean, who just, from the moment we walked in, they understood it. They understood how we wanted to do the show, the look of the show, how we wanted to cast the show, all of the sort of key elements that you don't always have a perfect marriage with a network with. But Marvel's been very lucky that the people that we've gotten into partnership with really do understand what it is that we want to do. And this show in particular is really one of those sort of bullseye things.
Absolutely.
They at Hulu have been incredibly supportive of the storytelling that we want to do. And Josh and Stephanie and our team have been, really on top of how do we make this work. And then we have our extra little sort of special secret sauce in that Brian K. Vaughan, who created the characters in the first place, and who we originally sort of thought was going to come in and sort of go, I'll come for lunch and then that's enough. I have other things to do. He does have a lot of other things to do. And this still remains a passion project for him. And hearing from him that we're doing it right is about the best thing that I can imagine, aside from the audience loving it. So
yeah, he's so beloved in the comic community. So this was such a bold, Runaways was a bold choice, and I love that Hulu let it be the young adults. It's kind of a spinner rack in the comic store right now. You got Netflix, Marvel Knights, you got your young adults. There's a lot. Them letting it be the tone it needs to be. That was conscious from the beginning. You wanted it to the meetings were around that.
It was. It's funny that you sort of described it that way, because we do sort of look at things in different quads. So that, a show like S.H.I.E.L.D. we sort of refer to as the Marvel heroes. Those are the ones that really most closely follow what's going on in the movies and has that kind of, because Clark Gregg came to us from the movies, there's a direct correlation. Agent Carter was that way as well. And then, as you said, Marvel Knights or the street level heroes that at the moment a lot of them are at Netflix, but that doesn't mean there aren't other heroes that we sort of refer to them as characters who are less interested in saving the universe, but are more interested in saving the neighborhood, and in some cases saving themselves. And then when we knew that Tom Holland was going to play Spider-Man, we thought, well, there's no better place than to play young heroes than on television. It gives you an opportunity to do, that kind of drama, that kind of comedy, let people get to know who they are. And so, between this on Hulu, Runaways on Hulu, and then Cloak and Dagger on Freeform, it was just an exciting thing, and it was very different. And we were just talking about this earlier, is that what makes Runaways so unique is that at its core, our main characters, our kids, and they are kids, are still trying to figure out, like, what are they going to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like, are they going to go back to school? Are they going to be able to ever go to college? Are they ever going to be able to have a real relationship? Where are they going to live?
Yeah.
How are they going to eat? Like, all these kinds of sort of problems that we think a lot of kids have on a much smaller scale. And I only mean that in, like, they don't have the Pride following or the police or a dinosaur.
Cults, not a common.
That's exactly. Like, they're basically, but that doesn't mean they don't have the same problems.
Of course.
And being able to empathize with our characters is something that Marvel always looks for. And so to have that opportunity is pretty amazing. And then when you marry that to the idea that when you look at our other shows, whether it's Jessica Jones or Daredevil or or even S.H.I.E.L.D., all those people have jobs. Like at the end of the day, they're adults. That doesn't mean they can always pay the bills, but at the end of the day, they know, okay, this is what I'm doing tomorrow. And the choice to be a hero is a much clearer choice because the other things in their lives are sort of taken care of. Our kids have to start from a very ground basic, like, how are we going to do this?
Yeah, that's fascinating.
And particularly when our primary antagonists are our parents.
Yeah.
And what excites us about this season is that in season 1, they were sort of behind the story. So the parents were clearly knew what was going on, were manipulating them, were hiding secrets from them. So when we get now to season 2, the kids sort of say, okay, it's time for us to take back the power.
Yeah.
It's time for us to be able, if we're going to have this war, that we're the ones that instigate it, that it's not always us running away.
Right. The last moment was almost the book beginning. Like, they ran away. It was where it started off. So season 2 has a lot of room to escalate. Was that intentional from the offset of the show? Did you plan from the beginning to have... The parents are a lot more fleshed out in this, and Brian K. Vaughan, it sounds like, helped establish that. Was that always the plan, to have the dual leads?
It was. Whenever we started talking with Josh and Steph about the show, we did want to make sure that the parents didn't feel like, the Peanuts characters where they're standing on stage going, wah, 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 wah. Like, we really wanted to get to know them. And that's sort of the joy of being able to do last season 10 episodes and this season 13 episodes, is that it gives you the time to be able to get to know everybody. And we have a huge cast. We have 18 people in the cast, if we count the dinosaur. And so that's really important to us, is that you understand the antagonist's point of view, and you understand our hero's point of view, and that at times you're torn. At times you sort of go, well, the parents really do sort of have a point.
Marvel TV's been excellent about the villains being as interesting and as captivating. You're fully invested. Final question before I let you go. Is there anything you can tease about the future? Kevin Feige's always got his 5-year plan, all those things. It looks like the TV world has that Bible kind of established. Is there anything that's coming? I don't want you to necessarily say it, but I'm a giant Moon Knight fan. Yeah. But is there anything that's coming that you can talk about?
There are always new things.
Okay.
That's all I can really say.
That's totally
right
fair.
now.
I just wanted to. I had to ask while I was here.
This is not the end of our corner of the universe.
I'm so excited.
And there still are boxes to be filled in.
I want to see Cloak and Dagger, Medj, like all that come together, man. It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Thank you. I'd love seeing this world expand.
Okay.
So I've been Coy Jandreau. The cast is incredible. So many of them know and love comics. If you like this video, click like, subscribe for more, and hunt me down on Twitter @Coy Jandreau. And thank you so much. I cannot wait for Runaways. Appreciate it.